world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat is about this guy from Earth who's sort of like, he seems like an elderly gentleman. It's his last day on the job. He's gonna retire from working for the organization. He gets assassinated by his former employers in the most over-the-top fucking way possible. He then is picked up by a goddess who's like, hey, I've got a job for you. I will reincarnate you with all of your memories, which doesn't normally happen. But in exchange, what I need you to do is kill the hero in this new fantasy world I'm sending you to. But you only have 18 years to do it, but you need to wait 16 years because he actually needs to kill the demon lord before you assassinate him. So there's basically a 2-year time span to do this. And the main character's like, okay, let's do it. He gets reincarnated with a bunch of bullshit, overpowered isekai abilities as per usual. And he is reincarnated into this sort of like assassin family as far as aristocrats go. They're sort of like the left hand of the country kind of thing going on. And throughout the course of this, he picks up a harem where he mostly just like adopts girls off the street to join his harem to become part of his like assassin harem. He is a character that like he claims that he's using everyone as tools around him, but neither you as an audience member nor the actual characters believe him. He's sort of dishonest in that factor. It might be an initial start to his relationship, but part of this is that he ends up with regrets over his former assassin life after essentially just being used a tool his whole life. So now he wants to have a little bit more of a bit more agency in his life in this reincarnation. And so he is also starting to develop more with his feelings, get more in touch with his feelings. He ends up falling in love with the girl that teaches him magic and stuff like that. And so this sort of comes into a conflict with the plot towards the end of it. We do get a little bit of the hero right at the end of the season, and there is something sort of ominous about the way the goddess is framed in this. One of the first things that's taught in the story is the main character giving this like newbie a lecture. This was back when they were on Earth before he gets assassinated, on how you can't trust anyone. And a lot of framing for the goddess in the show shows her in a very ominous, malevolent light. So I wouldn't be shocked if there's some sort of plot twist going on with that, but we don't get any of that in season 1. That's just pure speculation. Regardless, this show is honestly not very enjoyable to me. The big issue is that all of the characters have the same, like, manipulative personality to them. All of the girls are just constantly throwing themselves at him. And what's more is that it's just sort of like, it's just kind of just like too edgy for me, if I'm being too honest. Like, it starts off with like a slave auction, and then it like delves into like drug use, slavery, like child abuse, shit like that. It's not that like these things are bad. Obviously, I've reviewed media like that before. It just portrays them, and it's just like flat out with it. Like, it just puts them on your plate, but there's no like real digging into it. It's not, it's like there because it's trying to like portray the setting as dark. I don't necessarily think it's like a complete mishandling, but it does feel like it's not really doing too much with it. And so it ends up sort of just feeling dark and edgy for the sake of it. And really, that's it, you couple that with the fact that like all of the characters are basically the same character, and frankly, none of the like fight scenes are all that particularly interesting. And the whole concept of like this being like a sort of character study might be pushing it, about like developing the main character as he like finds his emotions, it feels really underengaged. So I see where it's going. I'm not fully sure I'm on board with it. I know season 2 is coming. I honestly don't know if I'll be watching it yet. Twitch and Discord in the description. I've been Sacrobolic, your envoy of hope. Bye bye.